the next generation of Canadian assassins.
My first reaction was 100%.
Not when you felt like that.
Feels good. Feels decent. Enough movement, but snug. Yeah, pretty happy.
We are 1 week out from the Tri-Peaks Triathlon. I just completed my final brick session. I did basically a dry run of the event. Dry because there's no swim, but I did 18.8 kilometers on the bike. I think the actual event is 18.6, so that's not 17.6. It's somewhere in there. And then I just completed just a little over a 5k. I think it was 5.2k. Gonna keep the times to myself so I don't give too many hints as to the time that I finish the actual event in, because it's so close. I think it's probably going to be similar times to what I just achieved. Felt really good, honestly. The bike was a little bit funny because I was going past Science World on a different loop so that I didn't have to deal with the Stanley Park Hill, but they're doing some construction and there was an event on, so there was a couple of places where I had to go quite slow, but all in all felt really good. The run took about 2 kilometers to settle into, and it just took a while. I couldn't quite get my breathing right and my heart rate just felt really high, but overall I think it was okay. It was okay, and feel pretty happy. Now I just need to get some swimming in. Oh, I've not told you that yet. I just received an email a couple of days ago with some, for me, pretty sad news about the swim. They've had some issues at the pool and they can't take out a dividing barrier. So they've had to shorten the swim that was already short. It was only 450 meter swim, but they've shortened it down to 300 meters, which I'm a bit sad about because it was already a bit of a dinky swim, you know, and swimming is swimming's potentially my strongest element out of the three, so it feels a bit of a shame, but I won't complain too much. It's still just my first one, right? I'm gonna get lots more. Been talking with Dave and we're starting to plan out our second one, which is just going to be a self-made one, not a regulation one or anything, in a couple of months, so that should be pretty fun. But yeah, feeling really good after that session. Just did a good stretch as well to make sure that not feeling too bad, and then a little bit later we're off to a housewarming, so gonna enjoy that. Oh, I tried out my tri-suit. You can see me in my fancy sunglasses. It's been raining, that's why I'm wearing something over it, but got my tri-suit on for the first time. How did that feel? Felt pretty good as well. Seems to be the theme. Pretty good. I'd say it felt good. The one thing I noticed, there was no real riding up from the legs or anything like that, but the chamois did, towards the end of the cycle, just start to rub me a little bit on my inside thigh, so that was that. But you know, first time wearing it, that could just be a me thing, but I feel pleasantly optimistic about it so far, and yeah, now I need to go and get a shower. It's my mate Dave's birthday yesterday, and we're going to see each other today. So I'm going to wrap him up his little present, and hopefully he enjoys it. He always watches these, so happy birthday, Dave. And I'm terrible at wrapping, but the thought that counts, right? Alright, all wrapped up. Hopefully he enjoys that. That's a flotation buoy for some open water swimming for the triathlon. So we'll see him hopefully before too long. We'll be able to get a session in the ocean or in the lakes, and they'll come in useful for making sure we don't get run over by boats. We have just rocked up at Ron Andrews Community Centre, which is where the triathlon is going to be taking place. It is Wednesday morning, so we are now 5 days out, and there's a few things that I need to test. So I thought I'd make my way over here because some of them are specific to the location. One is that we have a hill that we start out at after the transition. I'm not sure if you can tell, but it's a hill that goes up there. So I want to make sure I want to see what gear I should be starting in for the bike and just have that set up ahead of time, so I'm not pushing off and then realizing I need to change gear. So I want to find out that. I'm going to do a swim session in my tri-suit and just make sure that that functions okay and that it feels comfortable. So I figured that will be pretty good to do here. It won't feel quite as weird, I think, because maybe there is the triathlon here in like less than a week, so it makes sense to be trying things out, I think. And another thing is that I need to get my time. So because it's a pool swim, we're going to go off in waves. I need to know what my time is for 300 meters. So I'm going to do a race pace 300 meters at the start and just see what time I get, so I know what wave to go in. I'll be in the first wave, I'm pretty sure, because it's under I'll be right around the edge of the first wave. It's under 5 minutes 30, so I think I'll be somewhere in the region of 5 minutes 30. But we'll see what we do. And I'll get that done. I wanted to do it in a 25 meter pool as well, because that's what the swim is taking place in. And I think the amount of turns and pushing off and stuff, it'll just make a difference. So I didn't want to go do it in my regular 50 meter pool. And then I need to test, have a look around for some parking, because the car park is out of use here on Monday, because it's going to be used as the transition area for everyone. So I can't park here. I need to go and find some local parking somewhere. And it's I've got quite a long list of things I need to do over here. Oh, I wanted to test out the cycle route as well. Just do one lap of it to see how it feels in terms of the rolling hills. I know it is rolling hills and stuff, so I just wanted to get out on and do one lap, test that, and I might take a gel and just see how that works out as well. So yeah, I think based on how difficult the cycle feels, just doing one lap will determine how fast I should push in the swim. But ultimately, I'm pretty excited, and yeah, I think I'll probably be going about 80% in the swim is my anticipation. I don't want to put too much in that I'm like absolutely exhausted, but I think there's going to be a bit of a long transition out of the swimming pool over to the bike, and I think I'll be able to catch my breath a decent amount in that. So starting to get pretty excited, to be honest. I went through the package last night. One downside and why I need to get the swim time pretty good is that you can't overtake people except for at the end of the lane. But if someone doesn't stop for you, then what are you gonna do? You know, you said not to overtake during the actual length, which is going to be tough. I don't want to get stuck behind anyone, and to be honest, I don't want to be holding people up either, but we'll see how it goes. I want to get a really accurate time and make sure I seat myself correctly. I just hope everyone else is doing the same, and not saying that they're going to go faster than they actually do, and that they leave enough of a gap between us would be good as well. But yeah, I'm going to go do my swim first, and then I'll come back out and we'll do some cycling stuff after. So next time you see me, I'll have swam. All right, we just finished the swim. So that was pretty successful. The tri-suit felt great in the water. Absolutely no issues. I'd say as my shoulders get a bit more pumped, it gets a bit tight around the shoulders, but nothing that's going to concern me for the 300 meters. In regards to the time, managed to finish the initial 300 in 5 minutes 17 seconds, so I'll round up and call it 5:20 because I'd like to have a little more breath than I had at the end of that, but I think that was probably a good pace. I think, like I said, with the transition I'll get some time to recover, and if I'm 10% to 15% legs, should be good. Keep them nice and fresh. One issue I had, I couldn't get my tri-suit off, so I'm still wet. But I guess that's good for the cycle, so I'm gonna hop into that now. Okay, I have just finished my lap of the cycle route. You can tell I'm out of breath, so just finished and took the helmet off and changed my shoes. And it was hillier than I thought it was going to be. So I thought it was pretty flat with like slight rolling hills. It's like rolling hills the whole way, and it's a there and back type course, and the way out is way worse than the way in, which is good and bad, I guess. It means that I'm going to get my heart rate up straight away and probably sit at a higher heart rate, but it also means that I should have an easier way back for my legs to chill out a little bit before heading into the run. A couple of other observations is I was freezing, so I don't know if that's because I cooled down a bit, but I'm obviously wearing an additional layer. I've got shorts on as well over the top from when I got changed coming out of the swim, and it was real cold, but that was mainly just getting started. So trying to decide what I'm going to wear on the day. The weather at the moment looks like it might be in the range of about 10 degrees and wet, which is not ideal at all. I was hoping to have like a nice sunny first triathlon, but here we are. I've not even done that much training in the rain, so we'll see how it goes. I tried my gel as well, which honestly delicious. Let's see, I'll pull it out on my back. Sorry, covering you up. I'll pull it out my back because obviously I'm not going to throw it away. It's Chrono Gel. Don't know if you know these, but this was maple. Oh no, it's salted caramel, and it's pretty good. I was really trying to push myself hard in the cycle. It was only about 15 minutes, just one lap. And actually that means It's 4 laps, and if I've done that in 15 minutes, that means I'm probably looking at closer to an hour. Maybe it wasn't 15 minutes, I don't know. Maybe it was more like 12. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I got stopped by traffic lights and stuff, so that won't happen on the day. But this was delicious. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm now going to swing by after... yeah. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I'm now going to swing by, check out the parking situation, just so I've got a feel for where I can park. I want no surprises on the morning, so I can be fully focused on the triathlon, not have to worry about where can I park and this and that. I just want to pre-set everything up so I'm in a great space. And all I have to do is worry about the actual performing. So I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to head down to Bulk Barn, and I'm going to pick up just like a few dates and stuff, so in case I don't want gels, I've got some other options, because I'm going to try these out a couple more times, I think, before committing to it, because that wasn't the best example of trying. I did about 30 minutes in the pool and then say 15 minutes on the bike. It's kind of all I'm trying not to push myself too hard as I'm in my taper week now, but I also need to push myself decently hard in order to try stuff. So I guess a bit of poor planning on my part, and I should have tried it maybe 2 weeks ago when I was in the heavy training block, but I didn't really think about it. Also, I don't necessarily need to use any of it. I think I'm going to be done in maybe an hour 20, an hour, somewhere between 1:30 and 1:20 is my estimation. And you know, when I go and do brick workouts, I don't take anything then, and I'm fine. So we'll see. I'm still debating. I actually have a bit of this left, so I'm going to finish that off because it was tasty. And yeah, now I'm going to go check out the parking.